Joined by young Praggnanandhaa's coach, Ramesh, traveling to London today. Ramesh, hi.
Yeah, hello.
Have you made it safely to London?
Yeah, just an hour ago, I reached London.
I'm glad to hear. Now, is it some chess event going on in London that you're there for?
I'm here for a training camp. I'm working with some children here. So for a training camp, I come here to London.
Fantastic. And now, it's about a month ago now that Praggnanandhaa became the youngest player to beat world champion Magnus since he became world champion. We went ecstatic in the studio. I know whole of India went ecstatic. How did you react in that moment?
Actually, one funny thing happened. The game started at 10:30 p.m. Indian time and go till around 3 or so in the morning. And I usually take my classes. I have some students in the US, so I start my classes at 5:30 in the morning. So I wanted to catch a couple of hours sleep. So just before Magnus game, I went to bed.
Oh.
I saw the first 3 games, Aronian and defeating Aronian and also drawing with Anish Giri. And just before Magnus game, I wished Pragg best wishes and went to bed. And when I woke up at 5 in the morning and saw that he had beaten Magnus, I was ecstatic. And I shouldn't have missed that moment, but that's how it is.
What a fantastic game it was. And what has the past month now been like in terms of attention from fans, from media and stuff like that?
It has been pretty crazy. After the game where he beat Magnus, the media has been after Pragg, the visual media, the print media, the online. He has been giving interviews the whole day, and he was not too happy about it because the most important thing for him is to go out there and play. And he doesn't really cherish these moments in the glare of the media. But as a responsible player, he needs to learn to handle the media attention as well, and which is gradually adapting to. It has been phenomenal. He has been getting best wishes from the politicians, the media, from other sportsmen like Sachin Tendulkar is a big icon in India, cricket player.
Yeah.
So he has been getting a lot of attention. But now things have quietened a bit. And he has, in the meantime, played a tournament in Italy and returned to Chennai just a couple of days ago.
And he seems to me, and from what you've told me and how you described Pragg, that he isn't the type to sort of, let that get to his head. He stays grounded and keeps focusing on chess.
Yeah, I think that is really important because I've had experience working with some players who have achieved good results at a young age. And with all the media attention they get, they can easily lose focus and get carried away by the kind of attention they get because they are not as mature to handle all this media attention, and it can easily put pressure on them. Every time they play, they may want to perform well because they feel everyone is watching them, and that puts enormous pressure on young minds. So in Pragg's case, we also try to fulfill our duties as a responsible player to the media, but at the same time to come back to the game at the earliest possible.
Absolutely. And I remember in my talk with you, you also said that COVID was really hard on Praggnanandhaa, 2 years where he almost didn't play at all. His rating became stuck and it affected his confidence. So have you seen that this win over Magnus, as you mentioned, he also beat Levon Aronian in a fantastic game. Can you see his confidence really coming back after that?
Yeah, definitely. I think just playing in Tata Steel itself was a very good experience for him. Though he scored reasonably well, he also managed to beat some quite strong players, and especially the win over Vidit Gujarati and Esipenko in the last round were really nice. And also the way he defeated Grandelius, they were all showing the potential he has. And it already did a lot of good to his confidence. And as you mentioned, he reached 2600 at the age of 14, which was youngest by anyone to reach 2600. And unfortunately, the COVID happened. And for the next 1.5 years or so, he could not compete in any tournaments, just like everyone else. So now it's good like he's able to compete in good tournaments again. And I'm really hoping he will make use of these opportunities to play against 2700 level players consistently.
Absolutely.
And improve his chess strength.
Yeah.
So, hi Ramesh, can I ask exactly what you work on with Pragg now, because he is so strong? What are you working on in your sessions to make sure he hits that next level?
No, as a coach, I'm always trying to find what areas we need to focus on from his games. For example, in the game he just lost to Duda in the 5th round, he was completely dominating for most part of the game. And even towards the end, when Duda played Queen D3, Rook D1 was winning on the spot after Queen C2, Rook D8, and the pawn G8 promotes. So one thing is like, so as a coach, I try to from his games, identify any patterns to the kind of mistakes he makes and work on those areas. And that has been a challenge because he's not making same kind of mistakes all the time. So we have to keep working on all these areas consistently, his time management and all the other issues. So basically, like, we are focusing on the kind of mistakes he's making, try to identify a pattern and work on those areas.
Well, he was in time trouble in that previous game when he did make a blunder and lose to Jan Christoph Duda, but now in a few minutes he's going to face Hari Krishna, fellow Indian. What can we expect from that game?
Okay, for Pragg, like, okay, in this tournament he has made a lot of changes in the openings then compared to the last month's edition. And so we have been working on this as well, because earlier we were focusing mostly on playing in standard time control, but now he's playing a lot of online and shorter time controls. So we need to have two different repertoires, one for standard time control and for rapid. So that is also a challenge with the time constraint. So hopefully he'll be able to surprise Hari today in the opening.
It's going to be exciting to see. Ramesh, thank you so much for your insight and joining us, and enjoy your stay in London.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.